great, and welcome to tonight's ASMR video, where, if you haven't guessed already, we have just a little bit of a specific theme for your triggers tonight, and we're hoping that at some point one of these keyboards here is going to be the perfect ASMR keyboard for you to fall asleep to, for you to relax to, for you to say in the comments, hey Fred, it was that one there, that's my favorite one, and that one's my trigger. And in here we're going to make sure that we've got a different selection of keyboards. Every keyboard that we have here has been specifically purchased for its unique quality and a chance for Faramir to show his quality. So I'm hoping we'll start with the cheapest ones and work our way up to the top to the more premium keyboards. Oh yeah, and make sure you watch it right until the end, because that's probably where you're going to get the best tingles and the most satisfaction from the keyboards. But let me know when you get that tingle and trigger from what keyboard in the comments, and hopefully this is going to be that video which is filled with just all that ASMR goodness from you. If you like the Nerd Store, if you like Tech Store ASMR videos, if you like tech ASMR videos, keyboards, PC builds, all of that stuff, cleaning, tech cleaning, then I'm pretty sure that you're a bit like me and you find it very relaxing just to listen to keyboards and satisfying. There's something very satisfying about them. So every keyboard is, when I purchased them and collected them all, they've all got a very specific different quality, and that's why they're in the ASMR collection, mainly because of their sound. But when I get the right one, then it stays with me, because I know there's going to be a perfect use for that keyboard. Some of the ones which I used in my videos quite a lot, I've kept them out of this one. This is specifically like the pure ASMR keyboards. So hopefully, like from the typing to the retro to the cool and compact, if you can see it, there we go, to the bamboo, to old school, to gaming, to our premium ones, to our ultra premium ones, then I'm hoping that you'll feel really good with this. So we'll start with our cheapest one, as I said, and then work our way up the top. So this one is our Logitech keyboard. This is the most basic one. I think this was about £12, probably less, or might be a bit more. It was so long ago when I got this, but because of its soft sound, it sounds really nice. So as we go through, we're going to make sure that every keyboard has its opportunity to try to tingle you on our very lovely, courtesy of the new studio, video now out on my channel as well, but the very lovely carpet, which I had a lot of extra cuts from as well, so it's actually perfect to put all this stuff on. It's really thick and cozy looking, so I'm looking at it and I kind of want to fall asleep on it already. So yeah, let's enjoy. so you can't go wrong with the classic keyboards. But there's something very soft, and it's a good sort of stretch for your brain for the tingles yet to come from the keyboards. So that was the cheapest one. Now we're going to move up to the more expensive one. This was so long ago when I got these. I think this one was the next one up, and this was about £40 when I bought it. And I think this is quite early on, before like the typing keyboards are really sort of caught on massively. But this is an RGB one, but it is a plug-in RGB keyboard, and it has to be plugged into your computer. But because it's got those typewriting sounds, it's meant to emulate a typewriter, and therefore it's perfect for ASMR. So have a good listen. There's something very satisfying about that one, and hopefully it's triggered you already. That's what we're hoping at this point, and don't forget to let me know if it does as well. The next one, I think that one might have been more expensive, but this one you would have thought would have been the absolute cheapest one, but actually getting a traditional white keyboard like this now is quite expensive to do that. I probably got ripped off, but I definitely needed this for my Jurassic Park keyboard videos. So this is to bring back the nostalgic keyboard sounds from, I don't know, the 90s, the 2000s, or maybe late 80s. The ones where the keyboard by now, at this point in time, this would now be a very off yellow and lost its white goodness. But it's just that classic keyboard sound which just sounds perfect. don't know why that one sounds so great, but it just does. And every time I use it, it just reminds me of the Jurassic Park video that I did. So the one which was a little bit more expensive when I first bought it probably is peanuts now, but or actually no, everything's a rip-off now. But the bamboo keyboard, because it's a very specialist wooden keyboard, it has a very lovely sound to it, which just triggers and makes you feel good. There's something about very natural woody sounds for me anyway, who's I've considered to be somewhat a nature lover. You sort of get drawn to things like this, they just trigger you in that sort of cozy, woody thing. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but this keyboard's meant to emulate that and give you some good triggers. Thank you, Mr. Bamboo. I think that one was about £50 or £60 when I first bought it, and it came with a wooden mouse as well. Pretty great. Moving on to our more premium keyboards, which hopefully means a more premium trigger for you. And this one is a wide one, so it only RGBs when it's plugged into a computer. And the first time that I was doing my ASMR keyboard sounds with this one, I actually had to have it plugged into my computer with my computer turned on, but it was stuck in the load up screen, so, and I was clicking away just hoping that it wasn't going to do anything, but there we go. This has a really nice trigger sound to it and sounds graded, so hopefully if you haven't got any triggers yet, which I'm sorry for your immunity, but this one I'm sure will turn the tide for you and make you feel good. that is still one of my favourites. I think that was about £65 when I bought it, so goodness knows how much that costs now. The same thing just goes up in price for some reason. So we're moving up to probably one of my favourite keyboards, and this one, the gaming keyboard. This came as a set with different gaming things, so the price was higher, but the keyboard itself is probably a bit lower. But this has the smoothest sound, and it is one of my favourite ones. The RGB as well. You can change for to go through all the cracks, so it emulates the lightning thing. So it's always the Emperor keyboard for me, and that's why it's always been in my keyboard ones, because it's one of my favourite triggers, which I think is a really powerful ASMR sound, which is very, very relaxing and sort of stimulates your brain. I told you it was a good one, and if it triggered you, then don't forget to let me know as well which one has been your favourite thus far. Next we have one, we're certainly getting to the premium. Well, now we have 4 more left, and we're going to begin with some very satisfying clicky sounds from our very compact keyboard here. It's meant to sound like a typewriter, which it does, and it sounds really good, but it's got different functions on there. Which are very satisfying, and for me, just sparks the tingles immediately. The keys on here, because it's compact, I don't know what it is, it sounds so great. The clicky thing is not like really in your face, it's just very satisfying, and visually it's really good as well. Perfect for ASMR. being an ASMR artist, you've got to be quietly confident, never confident, just quietly confident. And I'm quietly confident that made you feel pretty good. And it's a good bit of ASMR keyboardness that goes on with that keyboard, and I like it. That one's slightly more expensive, though you get what you pay for with that one because it's a cool keyboard. So moving up to the even more expensive one is our retro looking yet very heavy keyboard. And you know, if it's heavy then it's expensive, but this is just a satisfying clicky white keyboard with some nice cool sounds and functions to it. I'd like to think that you let me know. You commented earlier on and said that's my favourite one, that's triggered me. Yet I keep beating it, and there's another one which is even better and sounds even better, and hopefully that was this one. But we're going to move up to some premium triggers now. So the most expensive one which I have or had when I first purchased it was this top one here, though I would say my favourite one currently is this one here. So we'll keep with the expense going still, but this is the cool keyboard. And it's flipping amazing. Every time I use it, I can't wait to use it because it just looks so cool, it sounds so cool. You could change the keys on there, you could do all sorts with this keyboard, but visually, I love wherever you press, it's like touching a brain tingle. See what I mean? It's a great one. And if I was to describe ASMR triggers visually, then there's something about that which kind of that kind of does that for me. Like, yeah, don't know what it is, but it certainly is a great ASMR trigger. So I hope that we've topped whatever triggers we've had so far. If you've still got ASMR immunity, then terrible, and I'm hoping this last one will help sort you out. So our most expensive $1,000 keyboard, which in my opinion, with its clicky sounds, with its cool visuals, it's a heavy one, and it's meant to obviously emulate old school typewriter. This keyboard still remains, I think, one of the top ASMR keyboards. It's just clicky, perfect. It's a nice gloss black to it. The keys look like typewriter keys, and there's something very satisfying about it, which I love so much. And for some reason, I don't know why, I've yet to make my retro vintage keyboard ASMR video, but don't worry, it will be coming with an old school typewriter. And yeah, this is just the modern day version, so you relax and enjoy. There was nothing graceful about putting that back. So, I hope by the end of this video that you've watched it right to this point, and you've enjoyed every single keyboard that we've had and what we've used, and to make you trigger and to feel good and feel those sweet ASMR sensations. Hope that you're either fast asleep or you just sat there and thought, wow, I've just got tingled or triggered like crazy with all those keyboards. That's the ultimate goal, and hopefully this keyboard themed ASMR video was able to give you all of those good feelings and you enjoyed it and feel good. So if you liked it, you know what to do. And also I'd like to thank you for watching, and also everyone who's members. Like I said, it means a lot to me, so thank you very much for that too. So the keyboards and your brain are hopefully in sync with one another at the moment, and you're nice and relaxed and feeling good. Take care of yourself. Cheerio.